Hey, what's up? It's Jason Hamburg. This is my Toolbox tour video. I see a lot of people showing up with like shit show toolboxes or no toolboxes, and I bring this thing every time I ride. This basically has everything that I feel like I need in it. I don't have like a separate toolbox at home in my garage. This is what I work out of. The only things that aren't included in this box would be just a roll of metric wrenches, as well as like a socket set that I also will bring on longer trips. This keeps most of the main sockets, but there's a few random sockets and stuff that I don't necessarily have in here. But yeah, for 85% of what I do, this toolbox is the ticket. So I'm just gonna rip through, kind of give you a rough idea of everything that's in here. So up on the top, I keep a little notebook. I keep a Sharpie. This just allows me to make quick notes, suspension stuff, or if I'm tearing something apart and I want to remember, say like my fork height and I'm taking my forks out and just stuff like that. Plus the Sharpie for autographs. Just kidding, that doesn't happen. I keep just probably the two most common screwdrivers for me, just like a regular Phillips head and a flathead, as well as I keep a 6mm little guy. My wife rides a KTM 125, so there's the odd 6mm bolt on her bike. Got a valve stem puller, just a simple one. I don't really even know where it showed up from, but that's super handy to keep. I got a Robertson, pretty much just like the standard size little stubby for the odd application. I don't think I really have any Robertson on my bike, but I don't know, it's come in handy before. And then I keep just a little 1/4" driver with this long extension. And then I keep a 12mm and a 13mm for me and my wife's oil drain plugs. I also have this other 12mm with the shorter 3/8 extension. And then I actually do use a torque wrench when I put my drain plug back in, just for my own peace of mind. I could probably be absolutely fine, but I torque wrench it every time. I got like a 3/8 to 1/4". I guess, yeah, this is a 3/4". Jesus, 1/2 inch. Got a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch little extender nub thing. This is a 10mm for a 3/8. I use that for my forks, just a couple different applications of that. And then this is a little, torque drive that I keep. These are for my lock-on grips. I got this little like scraper, stapler, puller thing. I don't know, but I use it for all sorts of different applications. Pulling staples on a seat cover, scooping out little dirt or like cleaning areas up, poking stuff. I don't know. It's kind of just a handy random tool. Air pressure gauge, which is probably ancient and super not accurate, but I don't know, it's my baseline. So I know what feels good on this at 6 PSI. So that's what I run. If it's accurate or not, I don't know. And then finally on the top shelf, I just keep a extendable magnet, which is great for when you drop things and then you can't find them. And you kind of just go like that and you can find them sometimes. But yeah, that's basically what I got going on up top. On this main shelf, I keep a digital micrometer. I probably use this the most. Actually, it's set up right now just to measure the top of my fork height. But you can use it for a bunch of different stuff. Measuring squish when you're doing a top end. Yeah, I don't know. All sorts of applications. I got this for Christmas from my father-in-law. Thanks, Dave. I got this Risk Racing fork seal cleaner. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little tool. I always used to use like brake clean and tear-offs and crap, and it was just always a bit of a gong show. So keep that handy. I use it all the time. A couple Freshie Rider Edge stickers. Thanks to those guys for some fresh suspension lately. A little bit of Gorilla Tape. What is this? What are these called? Circlip puller things? I don't know. These live in my box. I really rarely use them, but as soon as I take them out, I will need them. But yeah, there's basically like a spreader and a squisher options. I got actually just one plug left. I run a tubeless in my bike, so I got basically a little plug kit for like boring out your hole and then doing your plug. I've actually never used a plug, but I've been at a track and other people with tubeless have come up to me, asked if I had one, and I was able to help them out. So that's awesome. Spare master link. That actually, I have a different box that I keep kind of like odds and ends, little spare parts and stuff like that. That's where this should be, and for whatever reason it's in here. But always good to have a spare master link. Go buy spare bolts right now, because it's awesome. This is like an old kit, and this is kind of my like hodgepodge kit. This is a newer kit made by Bolt for a YZ called a Track Pack, but it's basically like one or two of every bolt on your bike. The main bolts, I guess I would say. Having spare bolts is super handy if you're about to head out and you notice that you're missing something. Being able to just quickly grab it and pop a new bolt in is wicked. I got like a little sprayer nozzle thing, an errant zip tie, and then I got like a full set of T-handle Allen keys. So I think this is everything from a 2 mil to a 6 mil. And these are super handy. They don't have a ton of like power behind them just because of their design. So that's why I do keep a couple spare Allen keys up top for like the main sizes like 4 and 5 and stuff. But yeah, these Allen key T-handles are super nice just for quick little tweaks here and there on your bike. Got a couple extra pins, which actually should be up top. Spare hose clamp. A chain brake, which is a piece of crap and I hate, and every time I have to use it, I am sad. That lives in here because again, if I take it out, there'll be a time when I need it and I don't have it. And yeah, I don't have an X-Acto knife and I don't know why, but I got 2 razor blades and I use these way more than I should. I should just have an X-Acto knife, but I don't. So anyway, not safe, but very handy and useful to keep. Top shelf. I got kind of everything I need to change tires, as well as I keep my main T-handles in here. So little Motion Pro bead buddy, and then an assortment of tire irons. These tire irons are awesome. I think they're made by Michelin, but they're just like big and gnarly, and they're still actually pretty precise. So these are definitely my favorite. Got these little guys because I bought them because they're cheap and they suck. They're useless. They're so small. And then I just have a set of Motion Pro T-handles, an 8, 10, and a 12 mil. If you don't have T-handles, I suggest getting a set. They're just super nice to use. Yeah, these are awesome. T-handles. And also having good tire irons makes life a lot easier. This guy is all about pliers. So I keep a set of channel locks, a set of side cutters, and then 2 just different sizes of needle nose pliers, as well as a set of vice grips. I actually just bought a set of needle nose vice grips, but they're not in here. But I picked those up just for putting master links back on, being able to kind of squeeze in between the pins and snug them up. And then in the bottom here, I got 2 punches, just 2 kind of different sizes, precision and a big beefy one. They're handy to keep. I got a really roached wire brush, but it's just nice for like cleaning off parts or something when you need it. This thing is definitely roached and I could use a new one, but I keep it in there because it's handy from time to time. The rear nut on a YZ250 is 1/16". I think it's actually in millimeters, it's something else, but this fits well enough. And then I keep 2 additional sockets, an 1 1/8" and a 32 mil. What are they for? I think one's for my front sprocket, and then one is for, I think, my clutch basket, but I keep them in here. And then when I need them, I'll be able to use them. 32 mil is also the nut on your top of your steering, but for that I use a 32 mil so I don't have to worry about taking my handlebars off if I just want to adjust tension and that sort of thing. This 32 mil wrench is good, and then it's also good for a hammer for the punches when you want to be a barbarian. I got a couple little punches, so this is like a center punch, little pin one, and then this is just kind of a flathead punch that is good for a variety of things. I just keep a file on hand for general filing things, and it works when you need it. And then finally, a 22 mil wrench for my front wheel. That's my toolbox. I really ripped through that, but I don't know, you don't really need an explanation for everything. It's just what's in there. So yeah, let me know. Maybe there's something in there that you've never thought of kind of keeping in a toolbox, or you, like I said, you're just starting and you're kind of unsure what you might want to include or what want to pick up. If you have questions, let me know. If you have ideas, let me know more, because I would love to know what I'm missing and what I should kind of consider adding to the mix. But until next time.